what I want to move to is my favourite story, I think, in showbiz this year. The Justin Baldoni war with Blake Lively, which seems to be, initially I felt quite sorry for Blake Lively, then I've been reading all the messages between them all, and which he's been putting out, obviously, and it just seems like a pair of absolute weapons-grade narcissists.
Are you going to sue Blake Lively too?
Into oblivion, Megan. Wait till you see this lawsuit.
Oh boy. Well, for what?
I'm just going to tell you, you're going to have to wait and see. It's coming up soon.
Somebody is not a fan of the truth getting out there. I'm a fan of the truth, or at least hearing all sides. And the more you know, the more perspective, context, and full understanding you can hopefully achieve.
In a shocking revelation, British journalist Piers Morgan has claimed that Hollywood actress Blake Lively is set to testify against her husband, Ryan Reynolds, in an upcoming trial. While details about the case remain unclear, Morgan's statement has sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry. Fans are now speculating about the nature of the allegations and whether this could turn into a major scandal for one of Hollywood's most beloved couples. As the situation unfolds, all eyes are on what happens next.
Now, spray gunning each other with as much dirt as they can possibly do, having spewed lovey-dovey stuff to each other for months on end. I'm going to get a critical drink here. This is in your world. I thought it was a great film. I got to say, I've not been to the cinema and actually sat through a movie and been as quiet and as attentive as I was to that in a long time. I thought it was very, very well done. A, do you agree? And B, what do you make of these two now just trying to destroy each other in public?
Well, A, I haven't seen the movie yet, so I can't speak
it's
to
really
that.
good. Honestly, I highly recommend it. I thought it was great. And they're both great in it.
Drama? Yeah, I mean, as for the drama between them, like, if what he's alleging is true, she sounds like an absolute nightmare.
Adapted from Colleen Hoover's 2016 best-selling novel, It Ends With Us explores deep and emotional themes of domestic trauma and abuse. Blake Lively takes on the role of Lily Bloom, a woman navigating a complex relationship that transitions from passionate love to heartbreaking turmoil. Given the film's sensitive subject matter, a thoughtful and careful promotional approach was crucial to ensure its impact was handled with awareness and consideration for both survivors and audiences.
A story that covers domestic violence, but it's not about domestic violence, it's about this woman.
Let's talk about the way that Blake Lively has been promoting It Ends With Us and how it's problematic, especially for a movie about domestic violence. So you might have seen this promo video. It's still on the It Ends With Us TikTok account. And in this video, she's sitting next to, I believe, Colleen Hoover, and she tells the viewer to grab your friends, wear your florals, and go see the movie, implying this is a lighthearted movie, rom-com, chick flick, and it most definitely is not. Full disclosure, I haven't seen the movie yet. I've seen a lot of TikToks about the movie, and I've heard that the movie itself and the domestic violence portrayed within it drew audible gasps within the movie theaters and then sobs from people as well. So marketing it as this is irresponsible. The other character's name in the film is Lily Bloom, and she's been wearing a floral critique here would be that it's not about you.
You don't often see messy women in film. I feel like this is a film that's important to be made because just as an actor, I am not often given the opportunity to tell the story of a woman that really experiences the entire spectrum of female experience, or any human experience, you know? Like when you experience pain or trauma or darkness or sadness, that's your character. Or if you're light and levity and love and joy and hope, then that's your character. You don't often see a woman that gets to be so multifaceted because you don't often see messy women in film. And so to be able to be a woman who's contradicting herself, but yet it makes complete sense, and seeing the messiness of the human experience, I think is a beautiful thing to see because it makes people feel seen and not alone. And I know that's how I felt when I read the book.
However, Blake Lively's promotional efforts have faced criticism, with some arguing that certain marketing strategies were insensitive given the film's serious themes. For instance, the launch of a hair care line and themed cocktails, such as Rye You Wait, a reference to a controversial character, sparked backlash. Many felt these promotions prioritized commercial gain over the film's core message, igniting debates about the appropriateness of such tie-ins.
So when they were filming it, find out. But I honestly don't know how much interaction she had with bystanders. There were a lot of people who wanted autographs, like a photo or get their book signed, but they blocked off basically the entire blog during the time of filming. So I'm not sure about how any of her interactions went, if there were any at all, but I will say she did draw a big.
The dispute between Blake Lively and Baldoni began in December 2024, when Lively filed a lawsuit alleging misconduct on the set of It Ends With Us. Her claims detailed inappropriate behavior, including intrusive questions about her personal life and unprofessional conduct during filming.
Now, Baldoni's lawsuit is 179 pages, so in case you don't have time to read through it all, I want to read you a direct quote from the complaint that essentially summarizes everything that Baldoni is alleging. He says, "Lively wields immense power as one of the world's best-known celebrities. She set out to destroy plaintiffs' livelihoods and businesses if they did not bend to her incessant demands, and when they refused to give way, she did exactly that, accusing them of foul and reprehensible misconduct." Now, I reached out to Baldoni's attorney, who tells me that they have copious amounts of text messages, emails, and other evidence that they say proves that Baldoni did nothing wrong. I reached out to a representative for Blake and Ryan. They have not responded yet.
We're going to be talking all things Blake Lively and her legal complaint that she's filed against her It Ends With Us co-star, Justin Baldoni. Yes, the It Ends With Us movie drama does in fact not end. What's interesting about this story to me is the Justin Baldoni of it all. He is a self-proclaimed male feminist, he's woke, he speaks out against sexual assault and sexual harassment, even toxic masculinity, and now in this legal complaint filed by Blake Lively, he's being accused of sexual harassment.
I challenge you to see if you can use the same qualities that you feel make you a man to go deeper into yourself. And will you be man enough to stand up to other men when you hear locker room talk, when you hear stories of sexual harassment, when you hear your boys talking about grabbing ass or getting her drunk? Will you actually stand up and do something so that one day we don't have to live in a world where a woman has to risk everything and come forward to say the words "me too"?
Really awkward if these allegations were true. I will say, just for the record, I'm not a fan of either of these individuals, and something about both of them rubs me the wrong way.
In response, Baldoni filed a countersuit, accusing Blake Lively and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, of defamation and attempting to sabotage his career. This escalating legal battle has not only drawn public but has also sparked discussions about workplace ethics, power dynamics in the entertainment industry, and the challenges faced by individuals who come forward with allegations against high-profile figures.
Justin Baldoni is now involving Taylor Swift in his lawsuit against Blake Lively. So Justin Baldoni is suing Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and their publicists for over $400 million for all the It Ends With Us drama. Now he's name-dropping Taylor Swift, Blake's bestie, in the mix. Thankfully, Taylor Swift is not being sued, but she's mentioned in his 179-page paper complaint, and he's alleging that Taylor's fame was used to pressure him during production. And it really all stems from this penthouse situation where Blake and Ryan live. Apparently there was a meeting there with all of them, and Taylor Swift was actually present, and Blake ended up rewriting one of the scenes. Even after the meeting was over, Baldoni texted Blake this, saying, "I gotta put my glasses on for this one, the font is too small. Also was working on the rooftop scene today. Really love what you did. Makes it so much more fun and interesting, and I would have felt the same way without Ryan and Taylor."
This was a sinister PR move. Blake Lively then moved 11 days later to file a lawsuit. So now she has filed a lawsuit. And I don't think she ever wanted to do this. I think she genuinely wanted this to be a PR move, and she wanted to leak it to the New York Times. She thought the public would take her side with no questions asked. And instead the public is saying, no, we have a few questions here. And Justin Baldoni is going all the way to the wall on this. His lawyer is already giving interviews explaining just how nasty her team has played this. The lawyer's name is Brian Friedman. He stopped by the Megyn Kelly show, and here's some of the things that he had to say. First, he says there used to never be a claim. There never was a sexual claim until she went to that civil rights office. Take a listen.
There was actually no allegation of sexual harassment until the lawsuit.
The legal dispute has also drawn in Blake Lively's husband, Ryan Reynolds. Baldoni claims that Reynolds initially expressed admiration for him during the filming of It Ends With Us, even sending messages of support. However, tensions reportedly escalated when Reynolds attempted to take over and rewrite the film's script, a move Baldoni resisted. According to Baldoni, this refusal led Reynolds to side with Lively against him, further straining their professional relationship and adding another layer of complexity to the ongoing legal battle.
Ryan Reynolds is backing his wife Blake Lively 100%, but his claims on Justin Baldoni are being proved false, or Justin Baldoni just exposed him. And in 2024, during the movie Deadpool and Wolverine, Ryan Reynolds introduced the character of Nice Pool, saying it was his own creation. The character of Nice Pool had one interesting line where he was talking with the character of Lady Deadpool, which was voiced by Blake Lively, saying she just had a baby but still looks good. And because of that, Blake Lively's It Ends With Us co-star Justin Baldoni has come out saying the character of Nice Pool was created just to make fun of him, and that line was used to bring up the idea that Justin Baldoni was critical of Blake Lively's post-pregnancy weight. Since that movie came out, nobody's been celebrating despite it making $351 million, with Blake Lively suing Justin Baldoni for sexual harassment and Ryan Reynolds supporting her. Now Justin Baldoni has come out against Ryan Reynolds, pointing out that Ryan Reynolds actually liked him throughout the entire process of filming, and even texted Justin Baldoni at one point saying, "I just happen to adore you." Justin Baldoni's claim is that Ryan Reynolds actually loved Baldoni until Ryan Reynolds wanted to take over and do a rewrite of the script, which he wouldn't allow him, and after that point, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds turned on him. Because of that, Justin Baldoni sued Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds for $400 million.